Okay. Okay, then I'll start. Good evening, everyone. Once again, I'm Shivangi Chaturvedi, Digital Media Executive of EDvantage India. I'm more than happy to welcome Dr. Madhavi Ghokale as our guest for the evening. Before I say anything, I'm delighted and honored to have her as our guest for the evening today. First, we need to understand, as from the topic, all of you know, what is mental health? Mental health refers to cognitive, behavioral, and emotional well being of a person. It is all about how people think, feel, and behave. People sometimes use the term mental health to mean the absence of a mental disorder, which is absolutely wrong. The pandemic, COVID-19, has instilled in us the importance of mental health in our daily life. Today, we'll talk about the numerous components of mental health. What role does it play in corporate and academia? Before that, I'll just give a brief introduction of our guest. Dr. Madhavi Ghokale is an Ayurvedic doctor, a physical fitness trainer. She runs her own gym, Swasthya Gym and Yoga Center for 7 years. She's an EQ trainer, EQ assessor, network leader of 6 Seconds, a mindfulness trainer, and mindfulness therapist. She is the founder of Nurtured Insight. The main goal is to offer workshops and classes in the field of mental and emotional wellness, for example, stress management, thankfulness, and so on and so forth. It has a program called Practicing Nurtured Insight, which is unique. With this brief introduction, I would now welcome ma'am. And ma'am, how would you like to begin? All over to you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Shivangi. And good evening to all. Actually, first question came to me was how you are in this field. Basically, I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner. Right now, I'm not running my gym. I have run it for 7 years. So a bad incident happened in my life, and that wasn't that tragic. But yes, it impacted very badly. So one of my friends told me to learn REBT and start practicing it. When I started learning REBT, I got one of the answers of my question. One of my psychologist friend asked me, when you get angry, what happens in your mind? What do you think? So I told her, oh, this thing happened, or that person told me something, he said something to me, and I got angry. So what are you talking about? And I got the answer when I was studying REBT, and I realized there is a continuous self-talk goes in our mind, and that leads to these kind of actions or these kind of emotions, feelings like that. And then I came across word emotive, emotions, and one more thing. Do you want to give remote control of your emotions in someone else's hand? So I was just wondering, what is this remote control of emotion? And definitely all these are my emotions. And somebody is pressing that button and I'm getting angry, I'm getting frustrated, or I'm happy or something like that. So I started studying emotional intelligence, and then it is supporting, mindfulness is supporting for emotional intelligence, and we will explore it later on. So this is how my journey has started with this emotional fitness training programs and courses and workshops, everything. Thank you.
Okay, so before we start with our questions, can we have like a brief to know about your journey so far? Like you just gave an introduction of how it started. So far, how is it going as a mental fitness trainer to people? How has your experience been?
Okay, a good question. Because being a physical fitness trainer, having your own gym is entirely a different thing, because everybody is aware of our body, and everybody wants to look good or something like that. But what about our mental thing? So it is really not required for me. It's for somebody who is seriously ill. That person should go there. So this concept is still new, and people really do not know anything about emotional intelligence, for that matter, mindfulness. So it really becomes sometimes very challenging. And those who understand, they are regular, what do you call, those are, those are my regular members. uh, this is Nurtured Insights members, and they are with me, and we come together in the morning, and we have this session called Practicing Nurtured Insight, where we actually work on our brains. That's a brain fitness. So brain is nothing, our emotions and our thoughts, everything is generated in our brain, but we call it by heart. So we assume that all emotions are generated in our hearts, but it is not like that. So till now, those who have understood the importance of this emotional mental fitness, all these members are with me, and we are growing. But still, yes, people do not, I mean, that awareness is not there in the society. So we are growing. That is what I can.
Ma'am, awareness is not there. What, according to you, can we do to promote this awareness? See, social media is there. Um,
Yes.
of
Yes.
course, there are, especially now in the pandemic, we have so many people who talk about mental health, but still,
Yeah.
especially coming from somebody coming from a corporate side, wherein we are in a 9 to 5 job, 9 to 7, some, especially work from home, the entire day goes into it. Now, how can we make ourselves aware about it? And how can we go about training our brains to be mentally fit?
So it's a continuous process. It's a continuous process. See, if you want to be fit physically, you exercise every day. There is not an option of not working out. Okay, so there is not an option for not to work on your mind. It is compulsory. Okay, so you have to do it. You as in universal you, whenever I say I have to do it or you have to do it, it's universal I and universal you. So everybody has to work on our minds, and this emotional fitness thing. So for that, it's not like that in the morning I wake up, I meditate, and then entire day I do not follow it. It's not like that. And when you are talking about awareness, so I write in newspapers, then I conduct literally free workshops. I have a WhatsApp group called Nurtured Insight. There every day we discuss about all these things. Whatever people face problems, they open up there, and we discuss about it, all those problems, and we come up with the solution and the practices. With the practices, you will come with the solutions. So this is how we are going ahead. So it's not only about my journey, it's collective, it's a teamwork. It's a team, as in each and every person who is there in Nurtured Insight. Simple.
Okay. So till now we were discussing about it in general. Now I would like to dive deep in and specifically talk about the people who are in corporate, who are in these jobs. Now, worrying, stress and anxiety, that's a part and parcel every day almost. Not every day,
Yeah.
then alternate days, especially for people sitting at higher positions who are handling a large company, especially for them. And even freshers who have the anxiety of, finding a company, finding a good job, and starting with their career. So, how can one, amidst all this anxiety, worry, and stress, still focus on the mental health and be determined to be peaceful so that one can carry out the work well?
Yeah, I totally understand this, and I agree with you. Before that, suppose you do this way, you do it with me, this action. How do you feel it? And what do you feel? Stretch it. Stretch it. Go up, go up. Stretch it. How do you feel? How do you feel? Okay, you are on mute. Shivangi, you are on mute.
There was a stretch in my biceps, of course.
Yes, and so how do you feel? Okay.
Physically,
Okay.
I can tell, but
You can't tell. Okay, that's a stretch, a kind of stress.
yes,
You feel for some time, you feel it good.
yes,
If you hold it for a longer period,
it starts paining.
it's, yeah, that's painful, right?
Right.
So it's not like, suppose if there is no deadline for certain work or certain project, what do you think what will happen?
Procrastination and going on. Neither do we feel good, neither are we completing the work. So
Yeah,
the company is also not benefiting.
yes. So some kind of stress is needed. Okay,
Needed.
for physical fitness also, this stretch is or this stress is needed. This is just an example. I'm just showing you that this is physical tension and this is mental tension. So some kind of stress is needed. It's not like everything is good, like one movie or wo uske baad they live happily ever after. It doesn't happen this way. Okay, so some that is known as eustress. Okay, now question is that how to handle that. Again, this is a continuous process. Continuous process. Now I'm sharing my screen. Okay, why this is not working? Okay, this is just old paradigm of mental health and what was it. As rightly you said, this is emotional, psychological, and social well-being. So dealing with work stress, I'm not going to enlarge this slide. So I think you are able to see this slide. It's very simple.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So basically, when we are dealing with the stress, it starts with me. So
Right.
if I work on myself, then it's working for me and naturally it is reflecting outward. Okay, so it will increase my efficiency as well. Okay, so we have discussed about deadlines. Now we should be very clear, or we should be on that path. Am I clear about my goal? If I am clear about my goal, it's material goal. So what we have to do in this corporate world, and along with my emotional world. So if I'm clear about that, then all steps are clear to me. If that is not clear, then it becomes a difficult task for me. And then I realize where to focus on. I totally understand about the work 9 to 5 job, but still other time is in your hand where you can utilize it properly. So one thing is that you know about SWOT. Okay, everybody knows about SWOT, but what about other SWOT? Because you're working in a team. So that is known as empathy. And when you are working as a team, there is called interrelationship. One is intra-relationship and one is interrelationship. So how is the relationship with myself, my relationship with myself, and my relationship with others? So there also I will have to work on their SWOT. If I'm a
Ma'am,
leader,
can you take 3 slides back
I could
from the
not
first?
hear you from the
Ma'am,
first.
can you go 3 slides back from the
Okay,
first slide?
no,
Can
no,
you
no,
show
this
me?
is just, no, see, I'm so sorry. This is just mental exercise picture. Today's topic is mental wellness, right? And then I just focused on what was the old paradigm and what is the new paradigm. Okay, so previously it was like mental thing is mental, something about madness, about mad people.
Okay,
Nowadays, it
ma'am.
is not like that. It's
Yes,
simple,
ma'am.
and already she has covered everything. It's what is mental health about emotional, psychological, and social well-being.
Yes, ma'am.
And when, okay, you have understood this. Now coming to this question, now we have talked about this thing, empathy. I understand my feelings as well as others' feeling also. So what we have to do, we have to focus on these things. This is factors within my control and factors beyond my control. There are certain factors which are in my control and certain things are really not in my control. And if we are always judging and blaming instead of working on our SWOT thing and others, that is again empathy, one of the competencies of emotional intelligence. And if we are empathized towards ourselves and towards others, relationship building goes very smoothly. And there, first thing comes is factors within my control. What are the factors in my control instead of judging or blaming others or the situation? As I told, I got angry because of that situation, because of that person. What is that? I'm giving my emotions remote control into that person's hand. Now what I want to see, am I a puppet? No, I am not. Am I a puppet of this situation, COVID situation, or this corporate thing, or this academic thing, or this family thing? So if I think about this, okay, this thing is not in my hand, but what is in my hand? If you start literally noting it down, literally thinking about what is in your control, this circles starts growing, growing, growing. Do you agree with this? Do you agree with this? I don't know, I'm not able to see you, but this is how it is. One of the points where we should focus on. We should not focus on factors beyond our control. It's total, we have to sit at home. It's total lockdown. We have to work from home. It's frustrating. It's not in my hand. I have to work from home. Okay, what best I can do? What are the choices I have? Can I create more choices? Just think about that. We have very short time in our hand. Just think about that. So it will work this way. And when we are working together, instead of blaming someone, how can we work together to have better output? So how to use our emotional intelligence for better outcomes? We have to have a very good interrelationship. And for that, we should focus on the person, not his or her behavior. So suppose this is the person, this is entire person, and we say, this is a mad person. This person is not good at blah, blah, blah. He is very annoying. Probably this is just this much part of that person, not this entire person. So if we think about this way, it will help us to work in the team. Okay, there are many factors, but these are two main important factors. Then give time. You will get more options if you work this way, and give some time to yourself. Then all things are motivation, optimism, then empathy, compassion. All these are EQ competencies where we will have to work on these competencies on a regular basis. Okay. And yes, climate of my organization. How can I maintain that? And can we make strategies for that? Can we have ground rules for that? And everything is all about empathy and compassion. Okay, so this is how I'm just mentioning few of them. Okay, this is what I have mentioned just now. Time management. That is why deadlines are required, but not that much of pressure. Can we go easily? Then prioritization and interrelationship. Just now we discussed about this. So I think, does this make sense to you?
I'll request everyone, any one of you, if you want to unmute and respond, and if you have any question which ma'am has told till now, any question that you
Yes,
have.
ma'am. I have one question regarding that, regarding wellness.
Yes,
Ma'am,
please.
how can we be mentally and physically health without getting depressed in these situations of COVID eras where the tough conditions are going on with every people, that someone are getting jobless, someone are not getting their proper studies, and someone are not could not maintain their proper health and everything.
Yes, I understand this situation or situations very well. And because why this is happening? Because we are not ready to accept uncertainty. And in our lives, we have never ever come across this kind of situation. But this is not happening for the first time. This has happened for the first time in our lives. And this is our mentality that this can't happen with me. So first thing, get aware of this and accept it. This can happen to me also. And once we accept it, intensity of that situation will go down. It needs practice, but acceptance is the most important thing. Can we think brighter side of this? How many of us we are 15 here? Are we not lucky enough to, we are here attending this small workshop or small session, we are alive. So always there is something bright side of the situation. So can we think about that? We want everything picture perfect thing. Is it possible every time? Now coming back to physical fitness, yes, because everything stays in this physic, brain is in this body. So we need to work on our body. So different kinds of exercises are there. Like first is cardiovascular exercise, where regularly we can go for a walk, cycling, or you are young generation, you are from young generation, you know how to use YouTube channel. So there are n number of videos. Listen to your body first. Support your body and start exercising accordingly. Okay, slowly you can increase your repetitions or intensity and duration. So cardiovascular activity, where your heart rate is increased. Second is weight training. So every day, 1 day cardio, 1 day weight training. I prefer to get up early in the morning. So you will have more time in your hand. But before that, you need 7 hours sound sleep. Once you get up, don't get up abruptly. Oh, okay. Listen to your body. Just observe your body. Just observe your emotions and thoughts. Be aware, be mindful. Just don't pick up this. Stay away from this for 2 hours after you get up. Underline. If you want to have physical and emotional fitness, please stay away from this for 2 hours after you wake up. Wake up mindfully. Then you can stretch your body. Brush your teeth mindfully. I will just explain you what is mindful activity. Do any activity with the use of your 5 senses. See, it looks very simple or maybe stupid, but actually that time you are working on your brain. Okay. Now I'm talking to you. I can see only Shivangi. I'm not able to see any one of you. I don't know whether you are listening to me or not. But if you are
Yes,
listening
to you, ma'am, everything. I'm listening to you, ma'am, from the first time you started.
Thank you. So thank you. So you are using these senses. One of the senses. Okay. Now, when you are brushing the teeth, can you feel the touch of the brush? Can you feel the touch of the brush on your teeth and gums and tongue? What is the taste of the water? What is the taste of the toothpaste? How does it feel in your mouth? Then can you hear the sound of the tap water, or while brushing, there is some sound. So this is one of the activities where you are feeling the touch, you are smelling water as well as toothpaste or any other smells and listening to it, right? So you are using your 5 senses. You look at the brush, how it is there on the brush, how does it look, how does water flow look. So everything you do it mindfully. You just decide one thing, one activity which you will do mindfully in a day. So this is how it is. It will take a very long time, but try to start your day mindfully. Then instead of dumping any tea or coffee, caffeine product in your stomach, have good food, nuts, have or a fruit. Then do some meditation, meditate, take a gap of 20 minutes and do exercise and then start your day. So you have taken well care of your body and mind. Now start your day, and when you have started your day, take a gap of 1 minute after 1 hour. Come to your breath. Listen to your breath. Observe your breath. Okay, can we do it? Initially, we can do it after 2 hours. Affirmations work, you know, previously when we were young, we used to pray whenever we used to get up, or whenever we used to have food. Before that, we used to prayer. So all these are affirmations. Nowadays, we are focusing on affirmations. Unfortunately, I don't know any Hindi prayer, but in Marathi, yes, all are affirmations, all arti. I don't know what arti is, but those are also kind of things. If they are, if that is Ganpati, so how that Ganpati is, or how that Ram is. So you start seeing that image of Ram, and that Ram is none other than you. That Ganpati is none other than you, and all those competencies are there in you, and you are just affirming yourself. So this is a subconscious mind, and you are making it fertile, and you are taking out weed. And what that weed is of negative thoughts. Oh, when this pandemic will go, this pandemic is going to ruin. Okay, fine, but still I have options. Have I? Can you think about it? It's not that bad. We are alive. We have a very good body. Every cloud has a silver lining. And then have a proper meals, nutritious meal, not from some bakery or blah, blah, blah. Fresh food, seasonal food. And wherever you are staying, that staple food. You have that. You will have amazing life. Rather, you should say, I'm having amazing life. So if you think this way, definitely there are certain practices from mindfulness, from emotional intelligence, from REBT, from NLP. You have a number of ways. You work on that. So will you get your answer? We are not denying the fact, but we are dealing with it. We are floating on that. We are not sinking in. Does this make sense to you? Who had asked the question? I don't know, but somebody tell me, does this make sense to you? And when you are going to sleep, relax your body, and then you know it, how to prioritize it, and what is important, what is urgent, and everything you know. Practice it. I'm just telling few of them.
It makes sense to me. But from the audience, I would like to know, anybody would like to unmute and tell, even you are allowed to interact. So anybody from the audience, if you would like to unmute, or if you can even type in the chat box.
Yeah, there are 5, but I think those are Early in the morning, we feel tired. Yes, who has? Okay, you tell me why you feel tired.
Ma'am, I have not told, ma'am. I was just asking another questions.
Yeah. This is a question I understand. I'm asking you, why do you feel tired?
Yes,
So,
ma'am, that's very common. Like
yeah.
if we are hitting gym in the morning, and then we are going with our work schedule, and we are sleeping on time and waking up on time, still it sometimes happen that the body, as you said, we should listen to our body. But even after 7 to 8 hours of good sound sleep, sometimes it happens in the morning that when we wake up, the our body just doesn't, it's like it speaks from within that don't get up and don't go to the gym or just don't work. And that's usual, like 3 to 4 days a week.
Okay. Okay, I understand. So, what you are perpetuating, you as in universal you, not a single person. If this is happening with me, then why this is happening with me? So first thing is my diet, my physical workout. If I am working out, okay, fine. I hit the gym, or nowadays I can't go to gym, and I'm doing everything routine, physical routine. What about my diet? And what about my this diet, emotional diet? When I slept, what was there in my mind? What were the thoughts I was carrying? Can you reflect on that? Those were the thoughts I were carrying when I slept. So naturally, all thoughts were there. So when you go to bed, relax yourself, go in Shavasana, and then you sleep. And please stay away from this. It will help you a lot. If you are reading news, if you are watching news, and then you go to bed, you are carrying all these information, and then your brain is also active. This is known as a default network mode. So when we see, our computer works this way, default mode network, everybody knows about it. Same way it happens here. Our brain, we feel we are sleeping, but still it is working, and we need to give rest to our brain. And if we are not giving that, we feel we have slept, but no, our brain was working. And that is why mindful activity, where this default mode network doesn't work, it gets rest. And for that, mindful activity is needed. Mindful meditation is needed. And if we do it, our brain will get some rest. It's not like we are sleeping and our brain is also sleeping. It's getting rest. So as we are giving rest to our body, we should give rest to our brain as well. So 1 minute ka break. Proper, come to your breath. Observe your breath. Any activity, mindful activity, whatever you like. So that is why, have you ever heard zebra had acidity? Because that default network is not there. So there are n number of practices where you can give rest to your brain, where you can exercise brain. We call it as brain exercise. You train your brain that way. Just one thing, our brain is full of cells. Those cells are known as neurons. Okay, there are n number of cells, and one single cell has n number of connections. So this way we are getting n number of connections with each other neurons. And the way we establish those networks we will be learning more things and we will be making more pathways. We will discuss about this later on. It's a big topic, but this is only about giving experiences to your brain and learning about any new things or learning about new things and making pathways. That is known as synapses. Yeah, somebody wanted to ask. Somebody had raised the hand.
Ma'am, I hope you will be safe and sound. Ma'am, I make a timetable each night for next morning, but I cannot achieve my goal of timetable. Which reason behind this?
Okay, now for achieving the goal, there are different steps. So, you know, SMART goals. I think you are aware of SMART goals. Which goals you basically, if that is, there should not be any, you will not face problems. Actually, this is an entirely different topic and it will take another minimum hour, but still I will tell you there are major two categories. One is emotional goal and one is your physical or material goal. Okay, material goal is always associated with emotional goal. Your emotional goal should be satisfied. This is underlined rule. If you are emotionally satisfied, then if your physical goal is not satisfied, it's okay. But if you are not emotionally satisfied, then what we are talking about, burnout or tension, something or the other will happen. And for goal, there are certain strategies to be followed. Really, we don't have that much of time. I can see 17:53. Can we talk on this topic later on?
Yes, sure. We can have another session if we have such queries coming in.
Yeah, Mohammed, I agree with you. But sorry, it's because it will take entire 1 or 2 hour, 3 hour session.
It's okay. We can schedule another session. We'll have a quick conversation, and next weekend or so, we can schedule another session and have ma'am with us to answer the queries. Though all the questions that I had, mainly ma'am, you've covered most of them. So basically what he was asking was how to, we all have a checklist for the day. Like some of us have a habit of checklisting the tasks for our day. So he is saying that he's not able to checklist all the tasks that he had planned in his head by the end of the day.
Okay, I understood. So my apologies, what to do. So here I have mentioned that you have to prioritize it. First, what is important, what is urgent. Okay, if you follow this kind of a schedule, which I have mentioned, your brain will be alert, your body will be alert and receptive. It's not about alertness, it's all about receptiveness as well. And certain things how can you practice optimism? How can you practice motivation? Okay, you are working. Then what about time management? Okay, suppose this is the bottle and I put big things in this bottle first. What will happen? And if I pour sand in this, and if I try to fit big pebbles into this, what will happen? So first important things you do, first you will have to decide what is important and what is urgent. Do urgent things first, important, and then you can fit very small things into that. Once we are fresh, we do all these practices in the morning, do big jobs first. What happens? Okay, I will do this. I will read newspaper for 15 minutes. 15 minute ki to baat hai. No. So these small things consume a lot of time. So time management, prioritization, and procrastination. Why does procrastination happen? Because there are no certain deadlines. So once you get up, you plan your day. And in between, you can check it. You can come to your, after 1 hour, you take a break. If we are not taking proper break and proper rest, our brain is going to get exhausted, burn out, and now I cannot work out. I cannot do anything. Accept it. I'm not able to do it. Take a break. Suppose I'm not able to focus, it's absolutely fine. But for that, am I aware of this thing? Am I aware of this thing? 4 A's. Am I aware of all these things? Am I accepting it? It should be active acceptance. It's okay, what to do? I don't have any other options. I have to do this. I will do it because I want to do it. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. That is what active acceptance is, not passive acceptance is. Analysis. Always keep the track. Analysis. What's working, what's not working. What's working properly. So I'm going beyond my capacity and working. No. Okay. So analysis of my mental health, analysis of my physical health, analysis of my work and my output. Okay, and action accordingly. If this is not working, I will try to find out some other option. Can I create more options? If I can create more options, how my outcomes will be? Just think about this. Yes, I can work on. I can find out more options. And if it is not working, it is okay. It's okay. So these 4 A's are very important. See, this is my mascot. Who is Bhavana Chintankar? Bhavana Chintankar is none other than you, me, and all. What is Bhavana? Emotions. Chintankar. Am I thinking properly? So when I blend my emotions and thinking, I can create more options. I can have more ways, and for that I need more tools. So what do I have right now? I have RBT, I have mindfulness, I have NLP, I have positive psychology, and you can create more hands. And that is why Bhavana Chintankar. Then this is my logo. Why this logo? I'm using my emotions and thoughts, and I'm nurturing it. Who is going to nurture it? I am going to nurture it, and I know how to nurture it. With all these tools, you can create more tools. How will I do it? I will think about that. If it is working, I will go ahead with that. I will still try to nurture what is working for me. And if it is not, then I will change it. So if that is not working for my goal, I will change it. What will happen? I have gone 10 steps ahead, I will have to come back 2 steps back, or maybe 3, maybe 4. It's okay, it's fine. I'm accepting that. And that is active acceptance. It's not, it's okay, I have to accept it. No. And then I can grow. So just think of, I'm the one who is going to nurture everything. Wisdom lives within, and no way is the way. See, this way is perfect for me, but it may not be for you. So create more ways. And fish don't talk about water. So we are also not going to talk about other things. So pandemic is there. Yes, challenges are there. Cloud is there, but what I can see is silver line. Can I? Can I? So, well-being, ultimate well-being has nothing to do with what's outside us. It's what would happen if we could fully take charge of our own well-being. Does this make sense to all of you? And who, oh yeah, Mohammed, does this make sense? And am I able to answer your question?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So really, I am feeling good. So previously, probably I was focusing only on goals, but it's good. Thank you.
Any other questions from the audience? Because my questions without being questioned were answered by ma'am. So any other questions if audience has, you can unmute yourself, you can put down in the chat box, and we can have them answered. Ma'am, is there any sort of exercises that you want to tell, some simple exercises that we can?
Can we do it here right now? We can.
Okay.
I don't know how much time I can get. I can just go for body scan for 10 minutes. If that time is not there, I will just breathing awareness. We can do this. Either
Okay.
breathing awareness, maybe body scan, or maybe body relaxation.
Even
whatever.
for like students, corporate employees, anybody, it's like to release sort of
Anyone
tension.
can. Anyone
Okay.
can do that. Anyone can do that.
Okay.
See, if you practice this with kids, they also do it with you.
Right, right.
So there is no bar, age bar, no profession bar, nothing. No like male, female thing. Anyone can do it. Okay, we will do it for 2 minutes only because 18:03. 6:03 हुए. We will do it. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Take your tummy out. Breath in, inhalation. Slowly exhale it. Take your tummy in. Feel the breath. Slowly inhale. Feel the air going through your nose. Feel the touch of the breath inside your nostrils, inside your throat. It's going in chest, tummy. Exhale. Take your tummy in, chest in. Air is going out. Feel the warmthness of the air inside your nose, on your upper lip. Once again, deep breath. Deep breath. Slowly exhale. One more deep breath. Energy is going in. Exhale out. Whatever you want to get rid of, exhale out slowly. One more deep breath. Feel it. Coldness of this air inside your nose, throat. Exhale out slowly. Just observe your breathing. Air is going in and out. Just observe your breathing. Thoughts may come in your mind. It is okay. Just observe your breathing. Take your attention to your breathing. Whenever thought comes, take your attention to your breathing. Slow, steady. Be with your breath. Slowly get aware of your body. Wiggle your body, toes and fingers. Move your toes and fingers. Rub your palms. Rub your palms. Slowly place on your eyes. And whenever you are comfortable, open your eyes. Okay, how was that? It's very, short exercise, but yes.
It
So
definitely
whenever
can
you,
help in the morning.
yeah, minimum 20 minutes. You can start with 10 minutes, then increase it for 20 minutes. Meditation, any kind of meditation. Affirmations, meditation, physical exercise. Yeah, that's
Thank you,
important.
ma'am.
Thank you.
I believe along with me, everybody else is also done with their questions. And we can, of course, have a conversation and have another session since there were questions coming in which needed time to be explained in detail. So anything which you'd like to address at the end of the session, and then we'll wind up.
Whatever I wanted to tell, I have told, but one most important thing, every cloud has a silver lining. Wisdom lives within, and I nurture my life. So nurtured inside. So think, change, and grow. And thank you very much for giving me this platform, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Same to you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. We'll
Yes,
wind up the session now. Stay safe and healthy. Thank you.
yes, bye.
Bye.
बहुत तो नहीं लेना